Wow, that took a long time. Anyways, if you saw some blackness at the beginning of this, I'll just believe it, whatever. It's too hard to edit it out. That's when I alt-tab out of this program and then wait a couple of minutes and then alt-tab back. It puts everything in the swap memory, I assume. Swap files, which just takes more. Who cares about any of that? This is Rido, sorry, let me start over. Hi everybody, this is Rido and we're back with another episode of Portal 2. So let's get into the game. It's supposed to be sort of speed running here.
For God's sake!
Doing the developer commentary.
With legs! It's literally your only purpose. Walking onto buttons. How could you not do the one warmer, boiling hot, okay, colder, ice cold. You're Arctic now. You're very cold, very, very, very cold. Look, just get on the button. Oh, that's funny, is it? Oh, it's funny because we've been at this for 12 hours and you haven't solved it either. So I don't know why you're laughing.
Timeline.
You've got 1
if
hour.
It took him 12 hours to do that, that means that from the point when he knocked me down, it has been at least 12 hours. Well, really, it was only a couple of hours of about an hour and a half of gameplay is what it took me to get through that entire bottom facility.
The Franken turrets were an attempt to show one of the ways Wheatley has been spending his time since he threw the player down into the underground. Using his limited brain, it didn't seem like he could have come up with a lot, so the idea of using objects he'd have access to seemed appropriate. The turret and the cube are the two most iconic Portal objects, and the Franken turret is little more than a crude combination of those two objects. The hermit crab animation when you pick the cubes up began as a necessity, because we really needed to make them act like cubes when you held them. It ended up being so cute that it became a simple job of making the turret widen its eye and shake its little head, to convey to the player that these things were disrupted, and had no idea who or what they were anymore, and also to make the player feel sympathetic towards their plight. We used a combination of in-game physics pushes and canned Maya animation to allow the player freedom to move them wherever they wanted, line up races between them, or even set them up so they would walk, inevitably, to their doom, into a fizzler.
Yes! I knew you'd solve it.
Hey, moron.
Oh. Hello?
Alright, paradox time. This sentence is false. Don't think about it.
True. I'll go true. Yeah, that was easy.
All of
I'll be
them
honest, I
screwed
might have
up
read that one before though.
when they
Sort of
heard the
cheated.
paradox.
Paradox, there is
Notice
no
that?
answer. Look, this place is going to blow up.
Every
I don't
single
think I
robot,
false.
except for him,
I'll go false.
Explosion
is
imminent.
broken
Evacuate the facility
I
because
thought
of
I
the
fixed
paradox.
Warning. Reactor core is at critical.
There, fixed. Hey, it is great seeing you guys again. Seriously, it turns out I'm a little bit short on test subjects right now, so this works out perfect. And off we go.
Don't believe we can break the glass on this one. You have to get a little bit of force. So all of these totally screwed up now in the paradox.
You have no idea what it's like in this body. I have to test all the
Can't
time,
break that
or I get
one.
this
Sucks,
itch. You know, it must be hardwired into the system or something. Oh, but I tell you, when I do test, oh man alive, nothing feels better. It's just, that's what I've got to test. That's what I've got to test. So you're gonna test, and I'm gonna watch, and everything is gonna be just fine.
Warning. Core overheating. Nuclear meltdown imminent.
I think we're in trouble.
Designed this test myself. It's a little bit difficult. You'll notice the moat area there, very deadly, extremely dangerous. Eventually, it's not at the moment, but I'm working on it, still working on it.
Wheatley's first test was really fun to make because we wanted it to feel like he was a first-time level designer. We see a lot of maps where people try using different textures or lights to write words or put their names on the walls.
Yeah, you're not done yet, are you? Still got to get through the door. Need to get through the door there. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests is so difficult, why don't you just keep solving this test? Same one. And I can just, like, watch you solve it. Yeah, that sounds much easier. Here we go. Now, do it again. And... nothing. Alright, can't blame you for trying. Okay, new tests. New tests. Gotta be some tests around here somewhere. Oh, here we go.
Alright, so my paradox idea didn't work. And it almost killed me. Luckily, by the looks of things, he knows as much about test building as he does about logical contradictions. It shouldn't be hard to stay alive long enough to find him.
It's alright. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests.
This is one of my tests.
Not entirely. Not entirely. Look at the word test there on the wall. That's brand new.
That item that we see through the wall there is actually a... not enough force there. Break it. Is the back of the particle releaser. So we're seeing it, the other side of it, the item that it was in Portal 1 that we don't see at all in Portal 2. Alright, let's see. So yeah, I got that. Alright, fine.
Oh, wow. Well done. Seriously, both of you. Why don't you two go on ahead, yeah? I'll catch up with you.
Alright, so if I can get some distance here, I could probably shoot myself right in his face. So let's see. Let's put the portal thing right here. And then put this right here.
Ah, bless your little primate brain. I'm not actually in the room with you, am I? Technology. It's complicated. We can't hurt the big old god face.
So we broke it for just clarification that we can break some of these.
Okay, so the bad news is the tests are my tests now, so they can kill us. The good news is, well, none so far, to be honest. I'll get back to you on that. I'd love to help you solve the tests, but I can't. Sorry. You're on your own.
I kind of like how she just says she can't, and
Yeah,
then it
made
shows
this test
why.
myself out of smaller tests that I found lying around. Jammed them all together. Buttons, got funnels, bottomless pits are involved. It's got it all. It's got it all. Absolute dynamite.
One of the big plot holes that Potatoes introduced was she's your buddy now, she's got the same goals as you, so why isn't she helping you solve the test? The real answer is obviously that if she did help you solve the test, there'd be no game left. One solution we came up with was for the bird from Act 3 to keep swooping in and pecking bits of her off your gun. As the bird kept eating the part of her that knew how to solve the test, Potatoes would actually get dumber over time. For technical reasons, this ended up being impossible to execute, so we ended up finding another solution. Some of us, though, will always have a place in our heart for the bird solution.
Alright, okay, this is taking too long, okay? I'll just tell you how to solve the test, okay? See that button over there, alright? You just need...
That's why I can't help you solve the tests.
Never mind. Never mind, solve it yourself. You're on your own. Oh, yes. Well done.
Thanks. All we had to do was pull that lever.
What? Well, no. You press the... Ah!
I know we're in a lot of trouble and probably about to die, but that was worth it.
So anytime you think about the solution to the test, you potentially so let's go ahead and break this glass while we're at it. So that's a nice orange portal. I put a blue portal right here.
Do you know what I've got too many of around here? Monitors. I was actually thinking earlier
Little
today.
bug
I
there.
wish I had fewer monitors that were working. So you're just helping me really by smashing them.
So there's a sequential response for every time you break them. So you have to break all of them that you can break to get all the responses that you can get. So, obviously she doesn't remember everything in this spot. I could not really see Portal 3
don't start yet,
without
You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed-off wing. Hundreds of perfectly good test chambers just sitting there, filled with skeletons, shook them out, good as new.
Skeletons. Right, I guess I did stockpile some tests. Just as mementos, though.
And there we go. To be honest, you can't even tell, can you? Seamless.
Just as mementos, though. So can I hit this guy? Him in the face? I bet I can. Let's start with that.
Okay, just clarified, I was being a little bit facetious about that wanting to get rid of monitors thing. They're actually really quite useful, so I do want the ring. So, if you could just avoid smashing them.
Very peaceful music when you're in these light spheres. Let's see, right there? Nope. Right there? I bet. Yep. got this, which can turn into this. So we want to let go of this, and we want to what? Just walk off the side, I guess. That works as well as anything else. So I want to shoot this down this way.
Oh, here we go. Here it comes. Ah. Oh, disappointed.
Oh no, it's happening sooner than I expected. I'm sure we'll be fine.
They kind of missed an opportunity to put the puzzle number in the elevator room. Because you walk into a puzzle and you see the of course a lot of times you come out of these elevators, you're not going directly to a puzzle room.
Alright, so that last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating.
Finding the right balance for evil Wheatley was difficult, because we still wanted him to be the bumbling idiot from the first half of the game. But at the same time, there had to be some sense that he was dangerous now. Otherwise, there wasn't much tension for the big finale. Fortunately, Stephen Merchant did a great job of intercutting funny bumbling Wheatley with occasional outbursts of power-mad villainous Wheatley.
Also, look at her, you moron. She's not fat.
Just do the test. Just do the test.
Can I hit this one in the face? I don't think I can. I don't see a way I could. Let's see. Like that. Here's an element. It could have easily not been in the first game. Just the reversing of the portal directions, these light tube directions. Could have easily not been in the game. Right? So now I just need this guy gone. Like that. And let's just get up there. Like this.
It's not enough! If I'm such a moron, why can't you solve a simple test?
I might have pushed that moron thing a little too far this time.
Why would they hardwire the need to test? I suppose they were making her to...
Now he's playing classical music.
They were going to have her run the tests on, like, robots or other things, androids. You never do see what the androids look like.
Oh, sorry. Hope that didn't disturb you too much then. It was the sound of books. Pages being turned. So that's just what I was doing. Just reading, books. So nothing moral. Anyway, just finish the last one. Just now the hardest one. Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one?
Yes.
Well, on with the test. Wish there was more books. Well, there's not.
Two screens can give me two opportunities to really just... Let's see. Smack him in the face. way to the top there.
Yes. All right. Okay. This is getting tiresome. I'm surprised you haven't got something better to do, to be honest. I know I am, but what have you done? You've proven that you can break screens. It's proven. Well done. Factual. Well done. Good. Aren't you, Little Miss Clever? Little Miss Smashy Smash?
So there's another screen I can break. Should be able to break. If I put it right here. Missed. Alright, so a little bit of tunnel avoidance is necessary. A little bit more to the left, it looks like.
Sorry, does it actually make you feel good doing that? Because, you know, it's not impressive, no one's impressed. It's just glass, isn't it? Fragile, anyone could, a baby could smash one of them. It's not impressive.
I am actually quite enjoying this.
Oh, what was that? There was nothing! There was nothing!
The body he's squatting in, my body, has a built-in euphoric response to testing. Eventually, you build up a resistance to it. It can get a little unbearable, unless you have the mental capacity to push past it. It didn't matter to me. I was in it for the science. Him, though.
Who is the real monster here? The man who created this AI, or the AI?
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer to me. I'd have thought maybe proximity to the test solving might give us stronger results.
In each of Wheatley's test chambers, there is always a monitor with Wheatley on it. While placing the monitor in this level, one of our designers thought it would be funny if the monitor was the target of the faith plate and would get broken if the player or the box flew into it. We thought the gag worked well and decided to make every monitor breakable.
Debatable if every monitor is breakable or not. And he didn't say anything when I broke it that time. He may have run out of responses. Or it might have been because the guy was talking. I don't think every single monitor is breakable. Was there a secret space? I think we've missed a rat den somewhere. But it doesn't really matter to me because unless I find a radio to take into the rat den, which is not what we found the last rat den we found. Didn't find one for that one either. I think they're done with whatever they were doing. And it doesn't look like whatever they were doing it was much of anything. They don't really explain that why these guys don't walk off the buttons.
Are you absolutely sure you're solving these correctly? I mean, yes, you solved it, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a number of ways to solve them and you're picking all the worst ways. No, that was the solution. Ah, what am I missing?
Doesn't look like there's any other things.
have a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you solve this one, alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it later.
I think I can break this one.
The original layout of this chamber started out much more linear, essentially a sequence of rooms that the player had to progress through somewhat blindly, not knowing what the next goal might be until they got there. Early versions contained an extra puzzle beyond the Reflector Cube, but due to the linear path, it took players so long to get to it that they were confused about which elements were still relevant. This drove us to make the level non-linear. To make it easier for players to visualize the puzzle, we condensed the overall test space and moved the exit near the start. This helped the players see where they had to go and which object would help them get there.
I do enjoy the fact that there's a direct developer's commentary in all of these in this game. But I must also admit that it can often be a little dry, a little boring and uninteresting. Much like a lot of directors' commentaries in movies. They get to certainly decide what they're going to talk about, and depending on the director, they may say something that's really interesting, or they may say something that is really dull. That right there. Put that right there.
What is this, like a hobby for you now? I mean, honestly, it's, you know, it's crazy. I mean, you've been running around for hours. I'm surprised you've got the energy to smash screens willy-nilly. Honestly, I'd have a little lie down if I were you. Have a nap.
Have a nap. Let's see. See if we can get this to work. Nope, not gonna work. Alright. So we want to get down here. I think we want to leave this here. And what do I want to do now? Move this. And then move this. And then move this. And move this.
You just solved it, didn't you? I told you to tell me before. Why are you making this so hard for me?
Remember when I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad decisions? Because I think he's decided not to maintain any of the crucial functions required to keep this facility from exploding.
Now, there's a little bit of a bug in that because she already said he was blowing up the facility several puzzles ago. I think before we even got back into the top part of the laboratory. So she's kind of repeating herself.
Programmed in one last tremor for all time's sake. One or two more tremors in there just for fun.
Warning. Core overheating.
I let him keep his job. I'm not a monster. Ignore what he's saying, man. Just keep on testing.
Get down here. What a waste, really, to put these laser things, and you really didn't even need to have these laser things when you could have just used walls or doors or anything, but instead you spent the time to invent these laser walls. I mean, they could have been platforms sideways like this, they could have been doors like that, just a whole one door that would open. Could have been any number of things. But instead of all those things, they just decide to create something new. And I'm not upset that they created something new. I'm just upset that it was a waste of resources. And particularly if a Portal 3 never came about. If Portal 3 just never came about at all. 10, 15 years down the line, we know for a fact, no Portal 3. If Valve, for some reason, which really Valve has no reason whatsoever to ever confirm they wouldn't make Portal 3, because why would you take it off the table? Big waste here, is the point I'm trying to make. What a big waste. Having these things would be.
Starting now, if I'm honest, to wonder if you're doing all this screen breaking on purpose. I'm beginning to actually take it personally. You know what I mean? Like it's like an insult to me.
Well, then I guess you're taking it in the spirit that it is meant.
Still nothing, let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift, it's out of service, because it melted.
We found that playtesters were getting fatigued at solving so many complex test chambers in a row. So, instead of a routine elevator ride to the next puzzle, we added a long funnel ride with some destruction to give players a short break while reminding them of the facility's state of disrepair.
Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind, don't know what they do.
Kill myself just doing dumb things.
Oh, my facility.
Really?
This place is self-destructing, you idiot.
Programmed in one last tremor for old time's sake.
Talk about
two more
places
tremors in there,
you
just for
don't
fun.
want to...
Warning. Core overheating.
I let him keep his job. I'm not a monster. Ignore what he's saying, man. Just keep on testing.
I let him keep his job. I'm not a monster. That's not gonna work. that'll work. If this was only one panel, some of the positioning here might make it impossible to hit this part here on the side. I wonder if there is a way that this technology would work.
Ah, bless your little primate brain. I'm not actually in the room with you, am I? Technology. It's complicated. You can't hurt the
So
big
it
old
started
dog
over.
face.
So either it didn't save that information when I broke them, or it's gone through every single response at this point.
Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service because it melted. Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do, but very sciencey. And to your right, something hurtling toward. Oh God, run! That's not supposed to be there. Are you all right back there? Here, I'll turn the beam off. Wait! Oh no! That's not helpful. I don't know why I thought that would help.
After seeing what he's done to my facility, after we take over again, is it alright if I kill him?
Kinda all for it. So you think you might be escaping, but no. No escaping. They tease that quite a lot in Portal 2. I think the first time I played it was fine.
Ah, you're alive!
A few times
Great.
after that.
Yeah, just getting a test ready for you, obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one?
If we look over
let's
here...
see here. Exit. There is no exit. Not a problem. I'll make an exit for your test.
This is Peabody, one of the robots.
Bing. Good. Perfect. On you go. I'll be honest, after you told me to turn that beam off, I thought I had lost you. Went poking around for other test subjects. No luck there. Everyone's still dead. Oh, I did find something though. Reminds me, I've got a big surprise for you two. Seriously, look forward to it.
Notice how these legs are much bigger than all the others. Just two giant ones versus all the smaller ones. Let's see. This gives us that, but this activates that part, and then see no real indication that the well, I guess a little bit of indication that you can control the panels there, but that's really the first time you've ever been able to activate a panel. Let's see, so blue is the portal I want to change here. So we want you to be right there. Stick that right there.
know what I've got too many of around there? Monitors. I was actually thinking earlier today, I wish I had fewer monitors that were working. So you're just helping me
that
really,
I
Westmaster.
killed myself, and he's reset the thing. I'm almost certain that is the case, and he's not just going in a loop. He would have just gotten quiet. Paint just a little bit more of this. There we go. So I should be able to make a jump that far. It's kind of hard to believe though. But it should get me at least into the portal. Now I can at least get my way up here. Alright, so the question is, can I get to this platform over here? Why, yes I can. So we didn't check this out the first time we did this. Ah, Fizzler. So we go to the Fizzler, and now we're in this section. If only I could find a way out. Ooh, I might have some trouble getting back. There we go.
You two are going to love this big surprise. In fact, you might say you're going to love it to death. You'll love it until it kills you, till you're dead. All right. I don't know whether you're picking
what
up
is
on
it
what
about
I'm saying
her
there.
body that makes people crazy? Is the real question, because it's got to be the body. It's got to be something other than just the personality sphere itself that's making it crazy.
Alright, he's not even trying to be subtle anymore. Or maybe he still is, in which case, wow, that's kind of sad.
Sorry, my fault. Bunch of fingers.
Either way, I get the impression he's about to kill us.
Remember the white gel, that's important. You can't forget it.
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise.
While testing this map, we often saw playtesters fixate on the excursion funnel and try to use it to get to the other side, forgetting that they had a portal gun. To remedy this, we added the destruction event that happens just before this chamber. This requires the player to portal through the floor and out of a wall to cross a gap. Once the player enters the test chamber, they're presented with this exact same scenario, but in a different context.
And I still didn't get it. So, what does that say? What does that tell you? Does it say, maybe I'm a fool? Or maybe you didn't explain it quite enough? go up here. And do what? Yeah, I gotta hit this part here. Yep.
Oh, you solved it? Good. Good one. Good for you.
Could have broken the glass on that one
he's
too.
inexplicably
Whatever,
happy all of
forget
a
it.
sudden, even though he should be going out of his mind with test withdrawal. And he's got a surprise for us. What did he find back there?
This room in particular is just the most strangest room of them all. It really is. You've got this little room that is has portable walls you can have portals in them, and then no real reason why. Maybe Chell went to take your daughter to work day because she really is retarded. And they made a special exemption for at her age that you're being shown there. Now, I don't even know if I'm supposed to use the word retarded anymore.
I'll bet you're
think you are.
both dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2 more chambers.
But then that wouldn't explain how you beat Portal 1 or this game.
Just play along.
17. Would it have been possible to beat this puzzle in any other fashion? Nope.
Having built up the expectation that Wheatley is going to kill the player, we still wanted the actual moment to be a surprise. By this point, players are entirely comfortable with faith plates, and the simple subversion of expectations as Wheatley punts you sideways is a fun and surprising moment. We added the bouncing box with the intention that players attempt to time their jump to catch the box, focusing their attention on the expected result of their jump, and heightening the surprise.
So, I want to look down here.
Surprise! We're doing it now.
Okay, credit where it's due. For a little idiot built specifically to come up with stupid, unworkable plans, that was a pretty well-laid trap.
You probably figured it out by now, but I don't need you anymore. I found 2 little robots back here, built specifically for testing.
Oh no, he found a cooperative testing initiative. It's something I came up with to phase out human testing just before you escaped. It wasn't anything personal, just, you know, you did kill me. Fair's fair. Well, this is the part where he kills us.
Hello! This is the part where I kill you. Had a bit of a brainwave. There I was, smashing some steel plates together, and I thought to myself, yes! No, don't do that. Stand right here, stand. Where'd you go? Come back, come back!
Could have stood right there and let it die. Can't break these screens.
No, seriously, do come back.
As
Please,
far
come
as
back,
I can
please.
tell. I don't see any way you would have been able to.
Okay, look, I've decided I'm not going to kill you, okay, if you come back.
So that was chapter 9, and that's as good of a place as anywhere to end this episode. We should wrap up the game in the next episode. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. So as always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my video. All that helps me out. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all that information is down in the notes. Check out next episode. Have a good evening.